Okay, so this is a collective reading. It's a pick a pile for May 25th through June 8th. I already drew all the piles. There's 5 piles. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up the oracle deck that I use in each pile, since I use a different deck in each pile. And whichever deck you feel resonates, that is going to correspond with the pile that is for you. So here's deck 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. Here is 4. And 5. Oh, I can just turn it that way, but you know, either way. Okay, so I'm gonna start with pile 1. So for your themes for this week, or for the next 2 weeks, my bad, you have the Patience and Planning card, and you have Love Begins reversed. For what's going to be going on with you this week, energetically or otherwise, you have Judgment reverse. You have 10 of Cups. You have 4 of Swords reverse. You have Ace of Coins reverse, Princess of Wands reverse, and the 8 of Coins. At the bottom of your deck, you have the Moon reverse. So I feel like this is about not making a judgment call fast enough, and with the Moon reversed here, I feel like there's an anxiety about speaking the truth or revealing something, but I feel like it's going to be revealed anyway. I feel like due to maybe not making a judgment call fast enough or not speaking your truth on time, you are experiencing a delay in your emotional fulfillment. And it's like you're going to have to kind of fix your foundation first, because your foundation is unstable before you can get what you want emotionally. And I see you, you know, you do eventually make a decision regarding whatever it is, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a job, whatever you're picking. But I feel like whatever you end up, you know, eventually picking is your wish fulfillment, but you took way too long to do it. And so I feel like at first you made the wrong call, and you might have made a judgment for the wrong reasons. I don't think you were listening to your intuition. I don't think you made a judgment that was heart-centered either, but with this Gemini Venus retrograde, we are being forced to heart. Any dishonesty that, you know, if you were being dishonest with yourself, you will be forced to face that. I do feel like you try to go after what you want, but you're kind of forced back into planning because you waited too long and you dropped the coin. And I feel like I feel like you're gonna start off just feeling really out of touch with yourself because, like I said, there is something that you need to speak. There's a truth that you need to speak. There's a truth that you need to stand in. And you will stand in your power, but I just feel like a really bad throat chakra block. I really do feel like you need to work on that throat chakra. And your solar plexus as well, which is your personal power center. I feel like you attempt to, once you have made your decision, you do attempt to rush in and get what it is that you want, but I do feel like you will be forced back to the drawing board. And if you do try to avoid making this decision and or speaking this truth, I really don't feel like you're going to be able to avoid it. I feel like it's going to kind of explode out of you. You can choose whether or not you want to control the circumstances under which the truth is revealed, or you can let the universe, put fire up your ass or some shit like that. Fuck if I know. But yeah, you will be forced back to the drawing board, and I know you're wanting instant gratification when it comes to this decision. But unfortunately, you did not listen to your intuition. You did not listen when you were called by the universe. So you will have to be patient, and you will be forced back to the drawing board. And there are things that you need to get stable within yourself first before you can get what you want. Because whatever path you chose before, I feel like you chose something that was convenient for you, but not necessarily right for you. And although I did not show the oracle cards yet, you have all paths lead to home reversed. And I think that is because all paths do not lead to home. Sometimes, there are multiple right paths, but I don't think you picked the right one. And now you will have to work to earn whatever it is that you want, because you have not displayed to the universe that you were ready for it. And because you did not listen to the universe's call, you will be forced to wait and to work on yourself, of course. And I think you should really focus on, why did I do what I do? You made the decision. Why did you do it? Don't beat up on yourself. Don't do any of that. But figure out why you did what you did and what wound it's stemming from, or what imbalance it's stemming from, and do something about it. People are getting a lot of karma over these next few weeks, and I think, this is not the end of the world. This is not the end of everything, but there is a need for you to introspect and to face yourself, and to face your fears and your wounds. There's a need with you to return to self. Figure out who you were before you allowed your ego to get in the way, and find that person, because they will not steer you wrong, like I promise. I do feel regret here. At the bottom of the oracle deck, we have I'm sorry and called. So I feel like you are feeling a lot of regret, and it could be in regards to a love interest, or some sort of soul contract, and or it could just be you just chose the wrong path. You chose maybe a path that was, you thought you could make quick money. You thought it would, I guess, you were focused on things that didn't really matter, or that wouldn't truly bring you happiness. And whether you are, righting the wrong with yourself and apologizing to yourself for that, or apologizing to someone else, I do see you having to do that. And maybe it's both. Maybe there is a need for you to forgive yourself, because beating up on yourself and, feeling pity for yourself does not really help you get where you need to go. With the I'm sorry card being next to the called card, I feel like you are being called to right your wrongs. The I'm sorry card says uprooting and defenselessness as well. So this is not something that you can avoid. You are being called now to awaken and to go on your path. And it looks like the only way out of where you want to go is through that door. So you either go through the door or you go through the door. If you've been feeling like things have been stagnant, this is the way to get them moving. It is not going to be the easiest path or the most convenient for you. But you are strong enough to do what you need to do here. I feel like in general, there is definitely a need for you to balance your chakras. I know I mentioned the throat and the solar plexus, but it looks like, here you weren't really paying attention to heart chakra, and you were making moves that were not heart centered, and it looks like you were not listening to your intuition, which is your crown and your third eye, and you basically were blindfolding yourself to things. There's a need for you to ground yourself. There's a need for you to just heal yourself, to stabilize your foundation, because when you build things on a stable foundation, you don't have to worry about them crumbling down over and over again. If you keep wondering, why are things not working? Because you need to stabilize your foundation. You need to look at the foundation. If the foundation is all crooked and shit's gonna keep fucking falling over, and you're gonna be like, why? You know what I mean? It's like the Three Little Pigs. What do they build their fucking houses of? Like sticks and fucking like shit that's not fucking durable because it was fast. You know what I mean? That's not the route you want to take. If you want happiness that's going to last, you know what I mean? Then you have to be real with yourself, and you have to stabilize yourself. There's just a need to find balance and to do a lot of inner work. And I really, I think you can manifest what it is that you want, but if you want the results of your manifestations to be balanced, you must be balanced. So yeah, that's what I got for pile 1. I'm gonna look at your oracle cards now. So we have starbathing. We have, like I said, all paths lead to home reverse. We have weight of the world reverse. We have earth pulsing. We have karmic relationships, and this came out kind of sideways. So the way that I'm interpreting this, so the star bathing says light body crystal gray transmission activation. So I feel like you are being activated. I feel like your heart chakra is being activated, your solar plexus is being activated, your throat chakra is being activated. You're experiencing an overall just activation and awakening. And because of that, you cannot ignore the call of your heart. Does that make sense? And the call of the divine, because the divine is trying to call you to your heart, if that makes sense. So you are experiencing an activation. I feel like it might be helpful for you to spend time out in nature in order to clear your head just by yourself. You have all the answers. It's going to be kind of difficult because things are not necessarily going to go the way that you planned. So you will have to kind of take a step back and center yourself and try to figure out what your next moves are. Know that the divine is here for you. They're ready to talk to you. You're not alone. You know what I mean? You're not alone, but you do, you need to balance your emotional world. And if you're having bad thoughts or you're having a hard time, please get help for it. You know what I mean? There are people who love you. There are people who care about you, family, friends. If you don't have anyone to talk to, you can get a therapist. We have hotlines, which I will post in the description box. But I feel like this is going to be kind of hard for you. And, just know that you do not have to carry this stuff by yourself. And so with this, all paths lead home. This says intuition, authority, turn your gaze within. I feel like the reason it's reversed is because all paths do not lead home. So there's a need for you to kind of figure out the right path, if that makes sense. But also, do listen to your intuition and take control of your life, because I feel like you've kind of been passenger seating and maybe letting other people tell you how to live or whatever. Or allowing your ego to tell you how you should be. And remember, it's not good to shit on yourself. And I said should, not like anything else. And then it says intuition, turn your gaze within. So like I said, listen to your intuition, introspect, try to figure out, be still, try to figure out what your next moves are. It looks like, in your heart, you really do want to make something right, and know that the universe is really going to support you in that. The divine, whatever you believe in, God. Oh, there's really need for you to meditate on that throat chakra, man. But yeah, with the weight of the world reverse, it says boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. But I feel like what this is saying is that you have a responsibility and you are being called to do it. But at the same time, do not beat up on yourself. Make sure you're taking responsibility without blaming, without, being overly harsh. Be compassionate with yourself. Right now, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone, literally everyone makes mistakes, and it's okay. And do, surrender to the divine. I do feel like these next 2 weeks will be a big surrender for you. And, sometimes surrendering is hard. It's something that we have to do over and over and over and over again. And it's hard, like it is. But the divine is here. They're ready to, take you into their arms and stuff like that. Like I said, you still have to put in the work. They're not playing about that. But pray and know that they're here and that you can talk to them and that they're willing to work with you and help you to remove some of your pain and to help you balance out your life, as long as you're doing the inner work and, making sure that inner work is reflecting in your actions at all times, or as much as you can. And you will realize, like, surrendering is peace. It's gonna feel like crazy at first, It always does. but you will feel so much peace when you surrender to yourself and surrender to the divine. Surrender to love. You know what I mean? Do that. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful freaking thing, man. So the next thing is earth pulsing. It says, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. So I am not feeling like this is like time for you to just, you know, be stagnant, and you know what I mean, because like I said, you are being called to do something, but do take time to center yourself, to figure out what the best move is and the best way to go about things without, you know, allowing your ego to dictate how you move, if that makes sense. And I also think, you know, this is going back to the patience and planning with the love begins reverse. You will be called to be still, because there are some things in your life that you have to stabilize first before you can get, you know, whatever your emotional fulfillment is. And then this karmic relationship card being sideways, that I feel like you know, if this is regarding a love situation, you might be you might be ending a karmic contract and moving into a soul contract or a divine partnership contract. And, you know, for some of you, you might just be ending a karmic contract with a job. This says polarity, soul growth, conflict. So know that the conflict you're feeling is meant to guide you home. And is meant to help you grow. And, you know, there is a need for balance. I feel like different aspects of yourself have been separated for so long. You might have even lost different aspects of yourself, if that makes sense. Like if you pretend to be really hard all the time, you might have neglected the part of you that is soft. And there's a need to bring all those aspects of yourself together, and you do that by giving them all room to be, and not letting yourself or anyone else, you know, make any aspect of you smaller. So give yourself room to feel everything. Give yourself room to feel soft. Give yourself room to feel love. Give yourself room to, give your inner kid room to feel the pain that they have felt. Take all these aspects of yourself and work on, you know, validating each of them and giving them each the space that they need to grow. And then you will find that you're not feeling so like polar opposite-y on the inside, if that makes sense. Like so like conflicted. You will find your truth, and it will be a lot more peaceful. So yeah, that's what I have for pile 1. Gonna move on to the next one. So for the next one, this is pile number 2. Again, that's the one that went with this oracle deck. So what's interesting about pile number 2 is that you guys are using 2 different tarot decks instead of one. One for each week. First thing I just heard in my head, good karma, outpouring of abundance. Yeah, good karma and outpouring of abundance. So your cards for your themes for the next 2 weeks, you have victory and success. You have heart chakra, and you have patience. I probably should have put the patience card first, but you know, it is what it is. So for your tarot cards, so the first deck is for like the 25th through like the 31st. So I have 6 of Pentacles. I have this card. It says You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. I have 3 of Pentacles. I have 7 of Cups reversed. I have 4 of Cups reversed. And Ace of Wands. And then, so actually, yeah, I'm just gonna start with the first week. So I feel like people are getting dished their karma, and you're getting some good karma, like most definitely. I see 2 6s, that's 66. I see 414 as well. So 66 is about harmony. So I feel like the first week, although you are receiving good karma, is gonna be about, you know, balancing a little, like balancing in preparation to receive your karma, kind of purging any leftover sadness. You still will be receiving things, most definitely, but I see the universe kind of clearing you out. The 7 of Cups reversed being here, I feel like if you were at any point confused, or you felt muddled, or you felt like, you know, I don't understand what's going on right now, I feel like that's going to come to an end. Any disappointment is going to come to an end. Any dissatisfaction, I feel like you're going to experience like a lot of, you know, being filled with peace and feelings of contentment. And your heart chakra is going to majorly heal. At the bottom of the deck that I used for the first week, I have the 10 of Swords reversed here. So like I said, major healing, like anything that was hurting you. I feel like a lot of things are just going to be rectified. I feel like people are going to be, you know, attempting to help you out. I feel like you're even going to be in the position to help people out a lot. You know, you may find that all of a sudden people do want to help you out and want to collaborate with you, or that a lot of people want to be in your life or something like that. They just want to work with you. Like a lot of people like see you as you are, you know? Like with this, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. I feel like people are seeing that in you. Like your light is just shining so bright. You know what I mean? And you have been your best self, or you've tried really hard. So now that's going to come back to you. Your karma's coming back, you know, not just monetarily or and stuff like that. But I do see monetary karma. So just know, like, if you're worried about money, don't. People are going to show you the kindness, you know, that you have shown people, if that makes sense. Like your kindness will be returned to you, whether it's by strangers or whatever. Your kindness will be returned to you. I do see if you're an artist, or if you have your own business, anything like that, you regaining inspiration. And I see people loving what you do. So if you're a tarot reader, I see people just like, you know, being like, wow, you know what I mean? And if you're a musician, I see people actually like, I see you getting appreciated for your work. And like I said, any confusion, disappointment, discontentment, feeling like I don't understand why I'm not getting what I want, feelings like that, feeling like over it, you know what I mean? That's going to come to an end. The very last card here, Ace of Wands. So that's like being revitalized, you know what I mean? Feeling empowered, feeling creative, feeling your passion come back, your inner flame is lit. And going back to your themes for this week, you know, at the beginning, there just might be a need for you to kind of be patient, you know what I mean? Because know that your victory and success is coming. The universe is just trying to balance things out so that it can last, you know what I mean? So that it's not like up, crash, you know what I mean? So in the meanwhile, definitely just, you know, if focus on that heart chakra as well. Definitely clear out any energy that's no longer serving you to make room for all the abundance, you know what I mean? It's like the universe wants to give you new furniture for your house, but clear out the junky shit first, you feel me? Make room for it. The 414, I just do feel like that's the divine letting you know, like, you're doing a good job, we're here, and also new beginnings. But again, be patient, and while you're being patient, make sure to maintain, you know, your inner balance, you know what I mean? So for the second part of the week, or the second part of the 2 weeks, that's what, like June 1st through the 7th-ish, 8-ish. So we have the Tower, the King of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Coins, the Moon reverse, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Coins reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Coins. And at the bottom of that deck, you have the Star. So, like I said, the first week, you know, is about balancing, healing, removing, you know, any of that lingering pain and shit, discontentment, blah, 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 blah. And the second week is like, bam, you feel me? Bam, the Star. Like, you know, boom, dreams come true, blah, blah, blah. You will get rewards for all the healing that you have done. You will see that your prayers are being answered, you know? Everything's coming up roses, you feel me? So, okay, my bad. My freaking alarm went off and then it cut the freaking camera off. So, like I was saying, everything's coming up roses. And I do see at the beginning of that like week, like June 1st through the 8th, I feel like a truth is gonna come out with the Tower here and the King of Swords. Let me just clarify the Tower real quick. So I definitely feel like it's gonna be like all eyes on you. Like I said, from the first part of the week, people are gonna be wanting to collaborate with you, but I feel like this is different. I feel like you're getting the recognition that you deserve. Whether it's from a person, whether it's from a group of people, you're getting that recognition that you deserve. There's definitely somebody speaking their truth, you know. And I think it is, or maybe there's a truth coming out, basically regarding maybe someone or multiple people who have done you wrong. Because you see in the Six of Cups, somebody's like sneaking away from the other person. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is about the truth coming out about people or people who have wronged you, a group of people who have wronged you, or like people who have wronged you getting exposed. Whether that is somebody exposing themselves or them just, you know, the sun shining on them and them being exposed, period. That's definitely happening. So people are going to see like the truth about things, and I feel like regardless, you're gonna come up victorious. In regards to a love situation, this is someone who walked away attempting to express their feelings, or revealing their feelings, whether it is via social media or directly attempting to message you. That's definitely happening. I feel like this might even be you finding out a truth. I see a bunny here, so maybe regarding pregnancy. So you might find out that you're pregnant, or you might miss a period. But like I said, you know, there's definitely just truth coming out, period. I feel like whatever truths are coming out, whoever's being exposed, whether it's, you know, you finding something out about yourself, whatever it is gonna make you happy, or it's gonna bring some sort of emotional balance. And I feel like you're going to feel like you can finally relax whatever's happening. So like I said, if you were being targeted by someone, that's gonna come out. If somebody did you wrong and like let you behind, that's gonna come out. You know what I mean? Like all of that is just going to be exposed, and the pure of heart will prevail. So like if you've been doing right, if your heart has been pure, you're going to come out on top, and everyone else who has not been pure and who has not been good, they're going to, you know, experience karma for their actions as well. They're not going to get away with that. I do feel like, you know, you will gain balance. And for some of you, if you were rejected by a job, you know, whatever, if you were rejected by a job, you might have, you know, choices between several jobs. I just see like several paths to abundance that you can take. I also see if there's somebody who's dishonest, or multiple people who are dishonest, you're blocking them. I see you blocking out the fox, if that makes sense. So I definitely see that. And again, with the pregnancy thing, or something about a family, because in the 10 of coins, you see a kid and a dog here, and money. So maybe you will experience a windfall of money. Maybe you will come together with someone and you guys make a lot of money. Maybe you will have a child, and for some reason the child will bring you a lot of money. Whatever it is, I definitely see a windfall of money. I see family, I see love. I just see you be surrounded by positive energies. Just know that your good karma is coming in. Like, it definitely is. But, you know, and you will see, you know, the seed that you planted, you will see it sprout. But, you know, just remain patient, remain level while you're waiting on it. I definitely feel like, you know, this will happen next 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely, you know, that's a good thing. Yeah, I do feel like the only negative thing I see here is maybe just like jealousy, or maybe a lot of people coming at you at once trying to get what you're getting, if that makes sense. So yeah, sorry if you can hear my boyfriend snoring in the background. He's just himself. But yeah. So to your oracle cards, at the bottom of your oracle card deck, you have a door to the infinite. 16 reduces to 7. 7 is good fortune. So like I said, I definitely do feel like you're, you know, receiving good karma, like just a windfall of abundance, an outpouring of abundance. And a lot of truths will be coming out for sure. And so for your oracle cards, we have angel whispers, we have application, liberation, releasing, energy, health, letting go, higher thoughts, awakening. So letting go, higher thought, and awakening did all come out together when I pulled the cards. So again, I feel like this is about you, you know, purging any remaining energies that are not serving you and replacing those with higher thoughts, you know, unconditional gratitude, unconditional faith, unconditional love. You know what I mean? And, you know, just raising the vibration of your thoughts, you know what I mean? And trusting in your path. And then, like, boom. You feel me? Like, boom. You know, boom. Like, boom, good karma. You feel me? So, and then it's like your guides, your angels, whatever you want to call them, your ascended ancestors who love you, the divine, they have definitely been talking to you. And they, you know, they want you have been applying what they've been telling you, but they want you to keep applying that. Keep applying your patience. Keep applying the fact that inner peace comes from within. Keep yourself balanced. You know what I mean? You're definitely reaping your rewards, but, you know, definitely don't forget what they told you while you're doing it. Don't lose sight of that. But they're really, really proud of you. 28 and 19 both reduced to 10, which is endings and new beginnings, most definitely, and just abundance in general. Liberation. So I feel like that goes back to the you know, the first week that I was talking about. You know, any energies that are no longer serving you will be purged from you. You know, any people, whatever has been making you unhappy will be removed. Any roadblocks will be removed. But it's also up to you to, you know, if you have any, you know, lingering pain or energies that are not serving you, to rectify that. You know, we have releasing and we have energy. So again, that goes back to liberation. You know, surrender once again to the divine, so that it can give you what you want. You know, release any energies, like I said, that are no longer serving you, blah, blah, blah. I feel like the divine will be restoring you. Like I said, with this Ace of Wands, rejuvenation. So I feel like the divine will be, you know, rejuvenating you and stuff like that. Kind of helping you come back to life if you've been feeling a little weird. And health. So if this is in regards to pregnancy, then, you know, it will be healthy. If I think, you know, just in general, you will be experiencing health, you'll be experiencing abundance, you'll be experiencing a windfall of money, you know, windfall of being surrounded by people who love you, and just like you're being crowned, you know what I mean? You did the work, you proved yourself worthy, and now you're getting your throne, period. So, and, you know, door to the infinite, this is 16 reduces to 7. Again, that's good fortune. Underneath that is believe in dreams. So, you know, just know that everything that you prayed for is about to come through, and it's going to come through like big time. So just remember to remain patient. The star is number 17. 17 reduces to 8. 8 is karma. So yeah, I just feel like a lot of good energy coming from this pile. And I think, you know, you should definitely just be proud of yourself. For, you know, and just, you know, just be proud of yourself and prepare yourself for what's about to come, you know. You're about to be real happy. So, yeah. Okay, on to the next pile. So, the next pile is, sorry, I forgot how to count for a second. It's 3. So, Okay, so for pile number 3, your themes for the next 2 weeks, we have authority and sacral chakra. For your cards telling you what's going to be happening, we have 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups reverse, 4 of Cups, and 9 of Cups. So I feel like there's a need for you to center yourself at this time. I feel like these next 2 weeks will be about, okay, so number 1, meditate on your sacral chakra. But number 2, about remaining balanced while waiting on what it is that you are attempting to manifest. With 4 and 2, that's just all about balancing. So, you know, not even just remaining balanced, but if you are in balance, kind of balancing yourself out and learning to just be still. I feel like right now you're playing like a waiting game, and you're having to be patient when it comes to getting what you want. There is the need for you to balance yourself. If you've been teetering like this, you need to balance yourself because, you know, before you receive what you want, you really need to be balanced. I feel like, here, let me clarify real quick. I feel like you may be having some money troubles as well, trying to figure out the best way to stabilize your money. You may be feeling insecure. You may not be feeling the prettiest, or just be insecure surrounding your money. I feel like you may be having some inner conflict. And there's just a need for you to stabilize all of that. I just feel like unbalance coming from your reading. And if you have been distracting yourself, well, number 1, if you're imbalanced and you're attempting to fix financial issues, you must first fix the inner imbalance to fix the outer imbalance. So if you're attempting to manifest money, but you're all imbalanced on the inside, it doesn't really work that well. So if you're wondering, dang, why can't I hold on to my money? Or why am I not making money? Because you need to balance your insides. That's why. You have like energy in you. I don't know if it's your own or something that you picked up from outside of you that's working against whatever you're trying to manifest. So there's a need for you to, you know, balance, just period. me see. Yeah, so I definitely feel like there's a need for you to, you know, like I said, balance yourself and step back into your power. Work on your confidence in yourself. If you've been having anxiety, really work on stabilizing that. Solar plexus meditation definitely helps with that. I feel like, yeah, you definitely need to meditate on your solar plexus. I feel like there may be like a block there for sure. Your sacral chakra, I feel like you should meditate on your sacral and your crown as well. You know, root chakra, if your feeling is like just not feeling safe with yourself or whatever. But definitely solar plexus, crown and sacral. I'm getting really all the chakras, honestly, because even my third eye feels like a little cloudy. If you've been trying to figure out your next moves, I feel like you're doing too much, like, oh, I don't know what to do, you know, and not enough being still and like being quiet and just like, okay, let me breathe in, breathe out, and listen to the divine. I clarified this 10 of cups. I got 10 of wands. I got the star reverse, and I got justice reverse. So like I said, I feel like the reason that you're not getting what you want right now is because there are things that you need to let go of. I'm not sure if it's yourself inflicting these burdens or if people are putting them on you, but either way, take that shit and throw it away. You know what I mean? And I know it's not easy said as it is done. But there's just, you know, there's just a need for you to do that. Whether you need to say a prayer and say, I'm surrendering all of this to you. You know what I mean? Or whether you need to be like, okay, let me look at what I can control and what I can't control, and work on what I can control and let go of what I can't control. You know what I mean? However you need to do it, whether it's you're still carrying past pain, you know what I mean? You're carrying past pain. If you're carrying past pain and operating out of past ways, expecting to create a different type of future for yourself, that doesn't really work because you're operating in past cycles. So hop off the wheel, you know? Yeah, there's just a need for you to, you know, heal before you can get what you want. The Justice card is reversed, so I feel like there's, you know, you are just not, you know, the most balanced right now. There's just a need for you to balance out. And I'm definitely not saying that you're a bad person, but, you know, universe is saying balance first. Balance your mind, balance your heart and your mind, balance your insides, you feel me? And then we will give you whatever karma is for you. You know what I mean? So, with this Four of Cups, I don't know, like the vibe I'm getting from this is just too much freaking noise. Like around you, there's a need to clear out the noise. Whether the noise is in your head or coming from outside sources, there's a need to, like I said, quiet yourself and just sit, you feel me? And find that inner balance and you know, just do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you don't know which way is up, which way is down. So clear the fog first before you start driving so you do not freaking crash, man. That's so important. And then, let me clarify. I feel like after you learn to be still, you know what I mean? Like, you know, definitely get rid of everything that's serving you and then center yourself and then just like sit and stuff. Then you're going to get your 10 of Cups, whatever that is, your karma, whatever that is. You know what I mean? But there is a need for you to be still first. And if you have just been sitting around waiting on somebody else to heal you, do not do that. Heal yourself. If you've been sitting around waiting, you know, trying to figure out, oh, why is the universe, da 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 da, because there's a need for you, like I said, to do the inner work and to balance. The imbalance that you're feeling is a result of, you know, it's like karma. And not to say that you're a bad person, again, it's just like, you're seeing a lot of imbalance on the outside because there's a lot of imbalance on the inside, you know. As above, so below. You feel me? So, moving on to your oracle cards. At the bottom of your deck, we have seeing the true you. We have listening for truth and spirals of manifestation. I don't know, they all wanted to come out at once. Under that, the word wants to be written, you know, the power of attraction. Release the dark wound, let love live. Releasing allegiances, free from judgment, free to love. So this is a need for you to release all ties that are not serving you, all people in your life that are not serving you, allegiances to anything that's not serving you, whether that's addictions, whether that's a habit that you have, to release the dark wound and let love live. Release anything, any energy that's not serving you, and allow yourself to be filled up with energies that do, such as unconditional love and unconditional gratitude and unconditional faith. You know what I mean? And light energy. The power of attraction came out before all three of these. So that again is talking about how, you know, as above, so below. There's something, you know, really, it's just really important that you work on what you're attempting, you know, work on balancing your inside so that you can attract what you're attempting to attract. And sorry, I got distracted because I'm looking at the bugs on this card. When I was pulling you guys this card, a freaking gnat flew onto the deck and was just like crawling like everything was fine. And I really feel like that's saying you have some gnats in your life, some flies. I don't know if they're internal parasites or if they're just people around you or whatever it is, but get rid of that shit because you have a bug fucking infestation and it's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Not literally bugs, but, you know, even if you've been seeing bugs, if you see bugs, there's bugs. You feel me? If you see roaches, you got roaches present in your life. If you see cockroaches present, you have people roaches present. Like, period. Clear out all that other shit that's not serving you. Heal your pain. Do not operate in past cycles if you want to create a different future for yourself. All of that shit. Like, for real, for real. And then, the seeing the true you. Listening for truth and spirals of manifestation cards. I feel like, again, that's about centering yourself. 29 reduces to 11. 11 reduces to 2. 2 is about balance. 11 is also a very balanced number. So there's a need for you to, you know, like I said, clear out all the noise and find, you know, return to yourself. Clear out everything that's not serving you and just fill yourself up with yourself. And to not only listen to yourself and honor yourself, balance yourself out and honor yourself, but, you know, to listen to the divine as well. The spirals of manifestation, again, goes back to your outer world being a result of a manifestation spiral. And like I said, that does not mean that you're a bad person, but, you know, even I do it. I want to manifest things for myself sometimes, but I'm not balanced enough sometimes. So I end up manifesting things and they don't turn out right. Because on my insides, I'm not right with myself. So, and then underneath all of that is be the hunter, not the hunted. So again, I feel like that's not playing victim to your circumstances, but taking control of your reality and realizing that you do have the ability to fix your outer circumstances, but start in here. Start with what you can't control. Onto your cards. So you have bring it into form. You have visions of life beyond death. You have what is already with you. Conscious connections reverse. Diving for light. Trust yourself. New birth, guarded vigilantly. Collaborative dreaming. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. And receiving reverse. And so, what I feel like that is talking about, so I feel like the divine is saying, whatever you're attempting to manifest for yourself, bring it into form. If it is love that you want to manifest for yourself, or if it is positive people, then get rid of the people who you know are not positive. You can't want positive people around and still cling to people who you know aren't. You know what I mean? And that just goes with anything that you're attempting to manifest. You can't want healing for yourself and cling to things that you know are bad for you and that are hurting you. And it's not to say that you're doing it, you know, even on purpose or consciously. But, you know, when you do become conscious of that, there is a need for you to heal that. And the conscious connections reverse, I feel like, again, that goes back to the gnats in your life. Get rid of the flies and the roaches and the gnats. You know what I mean? Period. Like, even if the gnats are your thoughts, get rid of that shit. Like, get that shit out of you. Visions of life beyond death. I feel like there's a need, like I said, be still. Once you balance yourself, you know, balance yourself, be still, listen to your intuition. Know that the universe is always telling you what you need to know. Keep an eye out for your spirit guides, because, or if you're not, you know, if you're not native, maybe you don't believe in spirit guides, but I said spirit guides because this lady's, she's a native. But, you know, your spirit guides, your angels, your ascended ancestors who love you, whatever it is that you believe in, they are present. 44, they are present. They're here to talk to them. They're here to help you heal. They're here to guide you if you just listen. You might even be awakening some gifts that you already have. And, you know, when you do center yourself and balance yourself, or even if you, you know, work on honing those gifts, you might find either that you had a gift that you didn't know you had, or that, you know, that your gift is actually very helpful in assisting you with doing, you know, getting what you want. I also feel like this is about past life regression. Maybe there is keys to, you know, to your healing if you look in your past lives. So if you have been past life regressing, definitely pay attention to what you're seeing. Pay attention to your dreams. What is already with you. This is just talking about the power of you to manifest what you want. You know what I mean? What is meant for you is already meant for you. It's not going anywhere, but there's just a need for you to kind of balance yourself out. You know what I mean? Diving for life. I feel like that's about, you know, keeping a positive perspective on things and, you know, looking for the positive and for the lessons in everything as you're going through this period, and knowing that if you do what you need to do, you will get what you want. You know what I mean? And I know it's not the easiest sometimes. It's hard sometimes, you know. But doing what you need to do will get what you want. I feel like for some of you, there's definitely a need for you to meditate on your heart chakra. I feel like you're carrying pain that you don't need to be carrying anymore. And it's not to say that that pain was not valid, but it is to say that it is no longer serving you. You know what I mean? It's okay to release the pain now. It's okay. You know, like, it's okay to release the pain now. It's good. You know what I mean? Tell your inner child it's okay to come out now. Tell yourself it's okay to be open now. Because if you really want to receive what you want to receive, you have to act as someone who is receiving it, if that makes sense. But just know it's okay to heal now. It's okay to come out now. Tell your inner child it's okay to come out now. Tell your heart it's okay to be open now. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that life won't happen, and sometimes things won't happen that are disappointing or hurtful. But in order to experience the full extent of love, you must be willing to experience the full extent of everything, pain, everything. You know what I mean? And you have to make room in your heart for it. If you want to feel positive emotions, you have to make room. That's like being like, hey, can you move in like this new renovated furniture, but like you have a whole bunch of crap everywhere on your floors and stuff, and there's no room for anything. There's a need for you to clear out your energy space, and to clear out your heart, and to know that it's okay to be open, and it's okay to be happy. You know what I mean? You don't have to second guess your happiness or second guess the things that you feel are right for you. Don't second guess yourself either. Oh, bam, trust yourself. You feel me? Trust yourself. You know? Very self-explanatory. New birth, guard vigilantly. You are getting ready to receive some things, but you, like I said, clear out the gnats. Do not let them mess with what you have going on. If you have a lot of people with bad karma around you, it can cause your karma to be messed up, and that is not what you need. You know what I mean? So, guard, protect your energy. There's a green butterfly in here. I feel like, again, that's going back to heart chakra. Protect your energy. Rid yourself of the people who make you feel small, or who hurt you, and you feel like you can't express that to. Nurture yourself, even from yourself, you know what I mean? Protect yourself not just from outside forces, but from maybe the things in you that may impede upon your growth and stuff and get in the way. Like if you have negative thoughts, you have anxiety, if you beat up on yourself a lot, if you're super hard on yourself, guard yourself, protect yourself the way that you would somebody that you love. If you see somebody bullying someone you love or making them feel small, making them feel bad, you're going to be like, no, canceled. You feel me? So do that to yourself, because that's what you deserve. You don't deserve that from yourself or from anyone else. So, and remember, noise cannot just, it might not just be people. It can be habits. It can be environments that you're not supposed to be in. It might not be love interests. It could be family members. It could be friend groups. You know what I mean? It can be all of that. Collaborative dreaming. I feel like you may be getting dreams kind of telling you what you need to know right now. Pay attention to that. Or dreams pointing to the things that you need to heal. I feel like people have been having a lot of fear-based dreams or a lot of kind of premonition-like dreams. Know the difference and figure it out. And, you know, you're being spoken to through your dreams. There also might be a need for you to, you know, be not just more compassionate to your body in terms of how you speak to yourself and how you treat yourself and how you think of yourself and the things that you allow to roam in your head and in your energy space, but as well as eating and sleeping and making sure that you're rested and that, you know, and that you're just taking care of your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your mind. Take care of all of it because it's all you and you deserve the best. You know what I mean? That's what you deserve. And then receiving reverse. I feel like this is about pouring into yourself in the meantime while you're waiting to receive what the universe is attempting to give you. 27 reduces to 9. So like I said, there's a need to, you know, a lot of things will be ending in your life, whether it's you ending them or the universe ending them for you, which, by the way, I would recommend you ending them, because when God or the universe, the divine, does things for you, sometimes they do it in a way that's like a lot. So I would recommend that you do it yourself so you can have control over how it happens. But there are a lot of endings happening in order for you to receive what it is that is meant for you. So yeah, that's what I got for this pile number 3. And gonna move on. So the next one is 4. So this is pile number 4. So yeah. So for this pile, your themes for the next 2 weeks, again, that's the 25th through June 8th. You have mental conflict and then positive movement, forward, reverse. So I feel like there is a need for you to get your mind in the right place, because I feel like you have not been moving in the right direction. There's a voice in your head telling you to be weird and evil and stuff. Don't listen to that. You know, and just, you know, there's a need for you to return to heart and to just, you know, think clearly about your next moves, because I feel like you may not have been on the right path before, and unfortunately everything has consequences. So if you were not on the right path, I really want you to rectify that and to learn your lesson, so that the earth, or, you know, the universe or the divine or God doesn't just like pow 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 with the karma, you feel me? Because that's what they do. Karma can be a bitch if you are a bitch. Not that you guys are bitches or anything, but I'm just saying, like, if you want good karma, be good. That's all I'm saying. So for your tarot cards, we have Two of Wands reverse, or Dominion reverse. Five of Cups, or disappointment. Knight of Discs. Three of Wands reverse. Interference, or Eight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. The Fool reverse. And Queen of Wands reverse. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. When I was pulling your cards, I felt a lot. I felt like maybe like not nerve pain in the right leg, or some sort of sciatic pain. I feel like there's something significant about the date of June 1st for you guys. I felt anxiety, I felt chest pains and heart palpitations. I heard learn your lesson. Because there's going to be karma. I heard that some people may not get their lessons, and so the universe, I feel like, I don't like saying this, but I feel like some people will have to die in order to get their lessons, and I really don't want that for anyone. So please just transform yourself. If you've been on the wrong path, if you've been doing the wrong thing, please rectify that. I do feel like a lot of the anxiety, the chest pains, all that stuff, the sciatica, all of that is having to do with karma or energy that you feel coming towards you. And it's not that it's not meant for you, but you know, you can soften the blow if you choose the right path, if that makes sense. The positive movement forward card is reverse, and it's the number 8, and I feel like that's like, you know, again, please rectify what you're doing, because it's not right, and karma will come for you regardless. Saturn is in retrograde. Saturn is the lord of karma. That means instant karma. So like I said, there is a choice that you can make. At the bottom of your oracle deck, there is the water and salt card, which is truth. There is the Rapunzel card, which is liberation. But then under the water and salt card, kind of like this, is brother and sister, which is transformation, and verde prato or something like that. I feel like there's a need for you to look up that Faerytale, verde prato, VERDE PRATO, and that is the wounds card. So it's saying you transform or you don't, you know what I'm saying? But what I heard in my head was death or death. So death can mean transformation, or death can mean physical death. Transform, or, you know. I'm having head pain, so I don't know if you guys have been having migraines, but sometimes that can mean that you're out of touch with the divine. So third eye and crown chakra meditation will help that. There's probably a need for you to meditate on all your chakras, but that definitely helps with head pain. I can post like some Reiki for head pain in the comments, like some different videos that I like. I can do that for you guys. I do feel like if you've been doing wrong, you will be exposed. And the pure of heart will prevail. So you can always rectify your path, but you have to do it now because you're running out of time. But yeah, I also heard like serpentine spirits, so I don't know if some of you are serpentines, or if you're not aware that you have serpentine spirit in you, or if you're dealing with some bigger entity than that, but there may be a need for you to do a spiritual cleanse or to exercise yourself or whatever, balance those chakras, whatever. Because maybe it's not even you that you're having mental conflict with. Maybe it's an entity, like real shit. That happens. I just feel like a lot of karmic energy coming from this. I really feel like you guys need to meditate on your heart chakra, meditate on your throat chakra. There's really a need for you to get off the path. Whatever you're doing, stop. Like, really. So I feel like these next 2 weeks are about karma. I mean, they're about karma for everyone, but this doesn't look very happy to me. It doesn't look like you're getting necessarily what you want. And, you know, your first instinct when you don't get what you want may be to try to do something weird about it, but do not. Think clearly about it and try to rectify your path so that you actually can get what you want. At the bottom of your deck, you have the Emperor reverse. So if this is for some of you, this is about losing hold of a divine masculine that really was not yours to begin with. And that's not to say that there's not someone for you, but you cannot take things. You are not more powerful than the divine. You cannot play God. You cannot bind people to you. You can't do shit like that. You just can't. I feel like you're not, like I said, this could be about losing hold on divine masculine, or you know, and you know, maybe a breakup of sorts or whatever. If you guys were in a relationship, I feel like it's not necessarily going to make you happy. I see that you guys may be like Sag, Scorpio, Aries, Taurus. Maybe Cancer, maybe Pisces. And Aries. I don't know if I already said that, but anyway. And I feel like when this happens, you may, you know, try to formulate another plan, but I think there's really need for you to be still and make sure that your plan is leading you on the right path and it's not like weird or like vengeance-y or like weird. Because we also have the virtue card reversed. So like I said, if you have not been doing right, if you've been sneaky, if you've been deceiving people, if you've been doing negative spell work, black magic, evil eyeing, if you've been trying to sabotage a divine partnership, you will be exposed and you will not succeed. The divine is going to interfere the same way that you have been attempting to interfere. You will be cut. You know what I mean? Like, what is it, the saying? Cut at the neck or something like that? Like, you're not going to pass. You know what I mean? It's not going to work. You guys, if you are, you know, dealing with someone, you could be dealing with Gemini, Aries, Pisces, Leo. But yeah. I feel like there is a need for you to purify your path and to purify your mind, to purify your energy and just get yourself back on the right path. There's a need for you to do inner work. 8-8 together. If you've been doing wrong, you will feel that. If you've been doing right, you will feel that. But know that you still have a freaking choice. You know what I mean? It's not too late for you to make the right choice, but you need to make it now because you're running out of time. The full reverse. I feel like you might have tried to stop someone's new beginnings. So now whatever beginnings you wanted for yourself will be delayed or stopped. Delay or stop is your choice. So you can choose to delay them and you can heal yourself and then you can get what you want, but what's meant for you, what you want. Or you can just be stopped altogether. You're no longer being allowed to hop around and, you know, do whatever bad things you were doing, because I honestly do feel like you were doing something that you were not supposed to be doing. Like I said, you will be, you know, you will be stopped. You know, what's that shit? Gandalf or whatever his name is. You shall not pass. Yeah, that's what's happening. Like real shit. The Fool is also the 0 card, so you know what I mean? Your time on top of the wheel is over. And if you do not rectify it now, you will not be on top of the wheel ever again. And the things that you were doing, if you were doing spell work, if you were attempting to interfere with things, if you were attempting to be hurtful or be spiteful or be vengeful or be dishonest, you will be stopped. It's coming to an end. It's no longer going to work. And you will be exposed. With this Queen of Wands reverse, I feel like this is somebody who maybe is narcissistic, who is abusing their power, who is just maybe a liar, you know what I mean? And you have to stop all of that. Let your ego go and be the person that you can be. Like, live up to your highest vibrational potential. Because like I said, if not, like I said, death or death, transformation or death. And I know that's really dark and I'm sorry. Oh yeah, like 888, you feel me? Karma, 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 like no cap. But I feel like that's really what's coming. And so for the oracles, we have Rumpelstiltskin, which is secrets. The Rose Elf, which is revelations. Dawn, the golden hair, which is duty. Snow White, which is purity, that's reverse. The Goose Girl, theft. Tamlin, battle. And Cinderella, magic, which is reverse. So like I said, if you were doing any black magic, spell work, whatever you were doing, that's coming to an end. If you were trying to send somebody negative energy, that will be returned to you. That's coming to an end. This is also upside down because your time is up. You know, your carriage is going to turn into a pumpkin again, and any illusions that you have created will fall. Whether that is you lying and creating illusions with that, or whatever was happening. Time's up. You feel me? Make the right choice now, or you might not have. I just don't want to say that again. But like I said, secrets and revelations, things will be coming out. If you have been stealing, or maybe someone's using you, somebody's trying to steal from you, that will be exposed. If you are the thief, you will be exposed. If you try to steal someone from someone else, you will be exposed. If you try to steal someone's identity and pretend to be someone you're not, you will be exposed. Everything is coming out. and the pure of heart will prevail. And the universe is doing its karmic duty right now, and the divine masculines are doing their karmic duty right now. So the pure of heart will prevail. And if you have not been pure, you're going to see a reflection of that in your reality. You have a choice. You can liberate yourself. You can allow these truths, because the truths are going to liberate everything regardless. But you choose what you want to do. Do you want to sit and do you want to keep making bad choices, or do you want to transform and balance yourself out and be the good person that you can be? Because, you know, you can be. You're not born that way, you know what I mean? You become that way because of pain and because of life, and that's not to say that your pain's not valid or that you deserve the treatment that you were getting from the masculines or from anyone, but it is to say that although you're not responsible for your wounds, you are responsible for your healing. And so, I feel like if you were trying to wage war, that is coming to an end, and now the war is being turned on you, as in the divine is rising up. And if you're not, you know, if you've been doing wrong, you will feel that. And the divine masculines even will turn on you. So, yeah. Like I said, the Faerytale, Verdepreto, there's a need for you to look up that Faerytale. Yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Okay. Moving on to the last pile. So your theme, this is pile number 5. You know? So your themes for the 25th through the 8th of June. So you have foundation and achievement reverse. You have deception and envy. And you have the waiting game reverse. And so what I'm getting from this is more karmic energy. Any foundation you built that was false, as in you got it via, say you got a relationship by binding someone to you or by doing black magic on someone else, that's going to be taken. If you have been deceiving people, that's going to be exposed. All that's going to be exposed. The time is up. Yeah, time's up. Any foundation that you built was false, whether that's you got into a relationship because you were being deceitful, or you got into a job because you were being deceitful, or a family accepted you because you were being deceitful. All of that is coming to a freaking end. If you got money because you were being deceitful, all of that's coming to an end. At the bottom of your deck, I have Crone of Water reverse and Wheel of the Year reverse. I just get this energy, like envious. If you're being envious, stop. You know what I mean? You are going to be exposed, whether that's you being exposed for being pure of heart, which is really what I hope for, or you being exposed because you were being deceitful and envious and weird. All that's going to be exposed. The Crone of Water has a tendency to hyperfixate on things when in reverse, and like hyperfixate on negative emotions and stuff like that. If you've been doing that, let that go. Your time at the top of the wheel is about to come to an end. So if you would like to get back on the top of the wheel, make sure you start making the right choices now. Not later, now. And that involves, like, if you've been dishonest, admit to that. If you've been doing black magic, fucking stop it. You know what I mean? That's gross. It's not even necessary. Like, real shit. I'm sorry I'm getting upset. I'm trying to, like, be, like, unbiased in how I'm saying these messages, but I do not like evil shit, like, period. So, for the cards, for your next 2 weeks, what's going to be happening for you? We have Wisdom reverse. We have 10 of air. 10 of air reverse, I mean. We have element of fire. We have mother of water reverse. We have 3 of earth. We have Samhain reverse. We have 4 of air. We have Three of fire upright. We have omens reverse. We have mother of air upright and in bulk. So definitely meditate on those chakras. There's definitely a need for you to heal your throat chakra, your heart chakra, definitely crown chakra, and third eye. What I'm getting from this is that you've been making imbalanced decisions and not listening to your intuition. Some of you may have been doing moon magic or candle magic. If you have, that is about to come to a stop. Any spell that you did is not going to work. It will be returned to you. So if you've been doing positive healing spells, you'll definitely get that back. And if you haven't, just know that's what you're getting back too. 10 of air reverse. That's again not listening to your intuition, and that could just even point to you not even listening to what I'm saying right now in this reading. If you've been using readings to spy on someone, stop. If you've been using occult things for bad, stop. Yeah, just stop, period. Because you will end up, you know, it's gonna get cut off, like, period. Also, if you're not supposed to be watching me and you know who you are, stop that too. You feel me? Whatever you sowed, you are reaping now. If you have been hyperfixating, if you've been being jealous, if you've been being weird, if you've been hyperfixating on negative emotions or being vengeful, there's a need for you to heal. The reason nothing's growing in your garden is because you're watering it with like infested water or some shit. Like, it's not working. There is a need for you to ground yourself. I feel like you guys have been ungrounded, so there is a need for you to ground yourself. Again, if you have been doing moon magic or any of that shit, that's coming to a stop ASAP. For others of you, there's just a really big need to, you know, heal that heart chakra. With the full moon, you know, the full moon's a great time to release. So use that to release and not do, like, black magic during the moon and stuff like that. Cry if you need to. I do feel like there are things that are going to be happening that are not necessarily going to meet what you wanted for yourself and what you expected for yourself. But, you know, if you want to cry about it, then cry about it. Your emotions are valid. Scream about it. Do whatever you need to do, but heal yourself. And I don't know if you watched pile 3, but you are being still presented with options, even if you haven't made the best choices thus far, you still have a chance to rectify what you're doing. But if not, just know that you will have karma for whatever you're doing, and how that karma looks is up to you. Like I said, anything that you've been doing to cause turmoil or cause other people pain will be put to a stop. You're not going to be allowed to do that anymore. Virtue is prevailing. I don't know if you guys have been listening to your intuition lately or looking at the omens and the signs, like everything pointing, like if you've been doing bad stuff, everything's pointing to stop. And I don't know if you've been listening to that. There is a need to pay attention right now because things are getting very intense. Saturn is in retrograde, so that's instant karma. So you do whatever with that, whatever you want to. You know what I mean? You're just, yeah. You guys are in some dark ass deep doo doo. Maybe not all of you, but most of you. And there's a need for you to cut through the bullshit that you've created in your mind and figure out the right fucking path and get on it ASAP, because your time is up. Like, period. On to the oracles. So, you have ancient, you have jealousy, you have burnt by the sun, you have the past is a prison, you have transgression, you have nightmare and redemption reverse. So like I said, if you have been the jealous one, the deceitful one, whatever, if you've been envious and attempting to hurt other people because of it, you will be exposed. That will not work. It's not going to keep working, period. Your ambition and your ego is getting in the freaking way, like, period. And if you do not stop, I don't know if you know the story of Icarus. He thought he could build wings and like fly in the sky, but he built them out of like really bad materials and ended up, his wings melted and he died. So, yeah, don't be Icarus. You know what I mean? You're not God, don't play God. Thank you. Redemption reverse. I feel like you guys have not been forgiving. I feel like you've been holding grudges, and if that's the case, you need to stop ASAP. If you would like to redeem yourself, do that. But that would require you making the right choices. I hope you can do that for yourself, though. Like, real shit. The past is a prison in transgressions and nightmares. If you've been psychic attacking someone, that's not going to work anymore. What you have done, your actions thus far, will become either a prison for you or a path to happiness, and you make that fucking decision. It's all up to you. So, the past is a prison is about bitterness, grudges, and refusal to let go. 17 reduces to 8. That is karma. You will receive karma for whatever you're doing. So, like I said, make the right decision. Let go of the bitterness, let go of the jealousy, let go of the envy. Just let go of all that shit. Okay? Also 55 changes coming. So like I said, your deception's not going to work anymore. Black magic's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's all I have. Oh yeah, and for the collective destiny, partnerships and alliances, right? So there are a lot of divine unions coming to play, and everything that's happening right now is destined. It is a result of karma. If there are divine unions coming to play, there's nothing that you can do to rewrite that. And if you are getting bad karma, the only thing you can do to rewrite that is to rectify what you're doing. And that's all I have. Thank you.